To celebrate October and Halloween month, we've got 11 questions on horror movie kills, and they're multiple choice. You're going to kick some ass. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds, and it is getting very festive around my house. Daughter and I today, we cut out a bunch of bats and put them on fishing wire, put them on the fans, so when you turn the fans on, it looks like bats are swarming around your head. And a lot of the times the bats fly off, so we have to turn the fan on low. But we've been doing projects like that. We found some sticks outside. We attached some more, bats and things like that and hung them outside. They look a little cooler outside, to tell you the truth. And we got this book from the library. It's like DIY Halloween kids crafts. So basically, I open the book. I go, which one do you want to do? She goes, that one. Then she leaves the room, and I have to make a puppet out of a sock and stuff. That's where I'm at right now. But we are having fun, getting ready to celebrate the holiday. Hopefully you are too. And today's episode is about horror movies. If you like scary movies, this one is for you. It is specifically about horror movie kills. So crazy kill scenes in movies like A Nightmare on Elm Street or Scream, things like that. And they'll be multiple choice. And these are from one of my live rounds I did last week to celebrate the 1st of October. So this is recorded live at, I think, Kings Brewing Company in Rancho Cucamonga, California. So you can go check that out in this episode if you want to quiz yourself on some horror movie trivia. Before we get to that, I do want to offer my services as a trivia host for your holiday party. Maybe you have a Halloween thing coming up and you're like, we could really use some good rounds, some good questions, something fun, something unique. Go to my website, triviawithbuds.com. Send me a message on the contact form. Let me know what you need. I can write you questions. I can give you all the stuff. I can mail you a package of stuff if you need materials, etc. I have a laser printer at my house now. I can print you all kinds of stuff. And it's not very expensive if I don't have to travel anywhere. So think about doing that. If you have a Halloween party, a Thanksgiving party, a Christmas party, it is party season. I'm working more than ever around this time of year. So if you have anything like that, I'd love to do it for you. And also, if you have something you want me to actually show up to, maybe you want me to fly to your company Christmas party in Ohio or something, I can do that as well. Just hit me up on the contact form on the website. And I would appreciate any referrals. If you're like, I don't need a party, but my friend Derek does, shoot Derek my email, ryanbuds@gmail.com, and I'll set up Derek with a sweet-ass trivia party. We're going to jump into these questions about horror movie kills. My favorite horror movie of all time, I was thinking about it as I started recording this episode, and I'd have to say it's Clue. Just kidding. That's my favorite movie, I always say on this silly show, and that's not really horror. But there are some murders in there. But I would say that my favorite horror movie of recent years was probably It Follows. I really like that stylistically, musically, and acting, and just how scary it was the first time I saw it, especially when they pull out of the house and there's like a giant zombie demon on top of the roof, just like watching them. That was some scary stuff. I like movies like that. I like the nostalgic kind of stuff. There's a great movie called The Guest, which I guess is kind of a horror movie. It's just a guy killing people, but very similar in terms of tone and synthesizer type music. So check that out too. The Guest and It Follows. Those are my recommendations for now. We're going to jump into these 11 questions on horror movie kills right now. Here we go. This round's all about horror movie kills. Number 1, in the movie Scream, which character gets crushed in a garage door death? Is it Stu, Billy, Dewey, or Tatum? Number 1, in the movie Scream, which character gets crushed in a garage door death? Stu, Billy, Dewey, or Tatum? Here comes question number 2. Which Saw movie features a judge getting all his bones cranked the wrong way in a giant gear-shifting device? Is it Saw 1, Saw 2, Saw 3, or Jigsaw? Number 2, which Saw movie features a judge getting all his bones crushed in the wrong way in a giant gear-shifting device? This was a brutal scene, as I remember. Number two. What do you think? Which Saw movie has that gear-shifting, cranking, bone-breaking device? Saw 1, 2, 3, or Jigsaw? What do you think? Question number 3, which horror legend kills someone by pulling them into a comic book in a notably bad sequel? Is it Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, or the girl from The Ring? Number 3, Which horror legend kills someone by pulling them into a comic book in a notably bad sequel? Chucky, Freddy Krueger, Pinhead, or the girl from The Ring? Number 3, horror movie kills. Again, I watched a lot of horror movies in high school. Not so many as of late, but I do watch the ones that get real talked about. Number 3. Question number 4 for horror movie kills. In the original Friday the 13th, which actor gets an arrow plunged through his neck from under a bunk bed? Is that Gary Busey, Matt Dillon, Kevin Bacon, or Bill Paxton? Number 4, in the original Friday the 13th, which actor gets an arrow plunged through his neck from under a bunk bed? Gary Busey, Matt Dillon, Kevin Bacon, or Bill Paxton? Number 4, one of those 4 choices is correct. You got a 1 in 4, 25% chance of getting these right. Take a guess, see what you know. Number 4. Number 5, guys, horror movie kills. Which horror legend's first sequel took place in a hospital? So we're looking for the first sequel. That means number 2. Took place in a hospital. Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, or Ghostface? Number 5, which horror legend's first sequel took place in a hospital? Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, or Ghostface? Number 5. Halfway through this round, my friend on the patio said she's just getting into horror movies. I said, what was your favorite you've seen recently? She said The Shining. And I do think The Shining is one of the scariest sounding movies. Super creepy noises and sound effects and cackling and just crazy stuff going on in that. Number 5, horror legend sequel. Took place in a hospital. Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, or Ghostface? What do you think? Question 6. A woman's head gets dunked in frozen nitrogen and smashed against a desk in what crazy-ass movie? Is it Leprechaun 4, In Space, Event Horizon, Jason X, or Army of Darkness? Number 6. A woman's head gets dunked in frozen nitrogen and smashed against a desk in what crazy movie? Leprechaun 4, In Space, which also features a lightsaber kill. Event Horizon, Jason X, or Army of Darkness? What do you think? Number 6. Question number 7, horror movie kills. Which of these characters gets eaten by the shark in the first Jaws film? Is it Brody, Quint, Hooper, or Mayor Vaughn? Number 7, which of these characters gets eaten by the shark in the first Jaws film? Brody, Quint, Hooper, or Mayor Vaughn? 1 in 4 chance of getting these right. Number 7, if you drink more beer, it helps you remember, everybody. Drink more beer, remember more stuff. Number 7, which of these characters gets eaten by the shark in Jaws? Brody, Quint, Hooper, or Mayor Vaughn? We're going to be doing some music bingo, hit song bingo coming up right after this. I'm going to play some songs. You mark them off with the dabbers. Got all the different colors of ink dabbers. I think they're called daubers. I don't know. Number 7. Question number 8. In the first Frankenstein film, the monster kills a little girl, mistaking her for a what? Is it a flower, an animal, an enemy, or a rock? Number 8. In the first Frankenstein film, the monster kills a little girl, mistaking her for a what? Flower, animal, enemy, or rock? Number 8. I watched this scene earlier today. It's very weird and creepy. Number 8. I have the movie on Blu-ray. I have a box set of all the Universal Monster movies, but I've only ever sat down and watched, since I got it 2 years ago, The Invisible Man, which is awesome. And the invisible effects for the early 30s are really awesome in that movie. But this Halloween, this month, I'm going to watch all these movies, I promise. Number 8. That's a good one, too? I'm going to watch it tonight, sir. You're invited over. You and your Stephen King looking ass. Number 8. Question number 9. Which of these movies features a guy wielding a turned-over lawnmower on a horde of zombies? Is it Shaun of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days Later, or Dead Alive? Number 9. Which of these movies features a guy wielding a turned-over lawnmower on a horde of zombies? Shaun of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days Later, or Dead Alive? One of my favorite scenes in any movie ever. It is gory. Number 9. Question number 10. In what movie does a character get burned alive in a tanning bed? Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Final Destination 3, Bordello of Blood, or Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror? Number 10. In what movie does a character get burned alive in a tanning bed? Wes Craven's New Nightmare, Final Destination 3, Bordello of Blood, or Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror? Number 10. What do you think? These are all great movies. You should watch all these movies. Number 10. We have just one question left, guys. The bonus question for this round on horror movie kills. Let's jump right into it. See if you know this one. For 2 points, we just talked about it. For 2 points, how many on-screen deaths do viewers see in The Shining? Is it 2, 4, 6, or 10? For 2 points, how many on-screen deaths do viewers see in The Shining? Is it 2, 4, 6, or 10? What do you think? What do you think? That's the end of round number 2. Horror movie kills. We'll do some repeats if you need them in just a minute. Thanks for playing Trivia with Buds. We'll be back with the answers in just a few. All right, answers to round number 2 about horror movie kills. This was number 1. In the movie Scream, which character gets crushed in a garage door death? Stu, Billy, Dewey, or Tatum? The answer was Tatum. Played by Rose McGowan, crushed in the garage. Number 1. Number 2, which Saw movie features a judge getting all his bones cracked the wrong way in a giant gear-shifting device? Saw 1, 2, 3, or Jigsaw? It was Saw 3. That was the last one I saw. I said, I think I'm done with the Saw movies. Number 2. Number 3, which horror legend kills someone by pulling them into a comic book in a notably bad sequel? It's, I think, the 5th Nightmare on Elm Street movie, Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger. Look it up on YouTube. He pulls him in, turns it into a illustration, and then cuts him up with his claw like confetti. It's real bad. Number 4. In the original Friday the 13th, which actor gets an arrow plunged through his neck from under a bunk bed? Gary Busey. I'd like to see that. Matt Dillon, Kevin Bacon, or Bill Paxton? I think Gary Busey should just reenact this, but it was Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon. Number 4. Number 5, which horror legend's first sequel took place in a hospital? That was Halloween 2, so that was Michael Myers. One of my favorite sequels. I love that movie. Number 5, Michael Myers. Number 6, a woman's head gets dunked in frozen nitrogen and smashed against a desk in what crazy-ass movie? Leprechaun 4 in Space, Event Horizon, Jason X, or Army of Darkness? The answer was Jason X. Jason X. Saw that in theaters, cheered real loud as a high school kid when that scene came up. Number 7, which of these characters gets eaten by the shark in the first Jaws film? Brody, Quint, Hooper, or Mayor Vaughn? It was Quint. Quint, pretty gruesome scene on the boat. Quint. Number 8, in the first Frankenstein film, the monster kills a little girl, mistaking her for a what? Flower, animal, enemy, or rock? A flower. The little girl's throwing flowers in the water, and Frankenstein's like, I don't have any more flowers to throw in the water, so he throws the little girl in, and I think kills her. Number 9, which of these movies features a guy wielding a turned-over lawnmower on a horde of zombies? Shaun of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days Later, or Dead Alive? The answer is Dead Alive. Number 9, Dead Alive. Great movie by Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings fame. This was a late 80s, early 90s movie. Check it out. It's great. Number 10, in what movie does a character get burned alive in a tanning bed? It was Final Destination 3. Pretty gruesome scene as well. Final Destination 3, number 10. And the bonus for 2 points, how many on-screen deaths do viewers see in The Shining? It is the lonely number of 2. Just 2. One of them is the axe to what's-his-name's stomach, and the other one is Jack himself frozen at the end of the movie. All the other ones are kind of ghostly type occurrences. And those are your answers for horror movie kills. Hopefully you did well. Thanks for playing Trivia with Buds. Boom. Or should I say boo? How'd you do? How'd you do on that one? Did you do pretty good? We are doing a bunch of spooky topics this month. So if you have something in mind that you'd like me to do, shoot me a message or guarantee that I do it by sending me $5 on Patreon. Patreon.com/trivia with Buds. Join our group of 18 community members that help this show grow bigger and better every day. People like Alexis Eck, people like Alex DeSmet, and people that don't have the first 4 letters of their name starting with ALEX. There's a lot of other people on there, and you could join them, and that would be super cool of you. Luke McKay just joined. He's from Australia. He's all the way over there. So see what you can do. If you can scrounge up a few bucks, throw it my way, and I guarantee it'll go into making our pop culture experience on this show more and more fun each and every day. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. And again, all your trivia needs, go to triviawithbuds.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.